yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, how? How? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, how? How? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, how? This is how. Thank you. Thanks a lot, everybody. What's happening right now is this. We're Louden Swain. I'm Rob Benedict. We're kind of today we're the opening act for the main event. And the main event is still eating lunch, and so we're waiting for the main event. And so sometimes we like to have a little sort of, we had a big concert last night. It was our Saturday night special concert. Thank you to everybody who was here. It was a really magical night, and one of the ones that will go down sort of in history for us will be like, remember Phoenix 2017? It was that kind of show. So thank you for. Sure. You cool if we play another song? All right. Somebody requested this yesterday, and we didn't get to play it last night, so we'll do it now. Okay, go. I love you.
Here we go.
She was a girl from my dream. Long gone vision got me nervous and weak. I lost a night full of sea. Gonna punch it up, baby, if you bring the heat. This ain't no magic carpet, right? Oh, girl, you drive me wild. You know my weakness is red. Maybe that's a fact better left unsaid. I raise a flag to its peak. Buckle up, baby, cause I bring the heat. This ain't no magic carpet, right? Oh, girl, you drive me wild. Yeah. Now I gotta deal with the burning desire. I got grand designs like a fireside. All I ever meant to do is get to point B, yeah. Keep the meter running, there ain't nothing for free. All I ever deal with the burning desire. I got grand designs like a fireside. And all I ever meant to do is get to point B, keep the meter running, there ain't nothing for free. This ain't no magic carpet, right? I ain't your daddy's voodoo child. Oh, could you drive me wild? Yeah! You drive me wild, 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 yeah! You drive me wild, 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 yeah! You drive me wild, 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 yeah! You drive me wild, 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 wild. Thank you.
Tell you what, nobody rocks it like Louden Swain. Robbie, can you feel the energy? We'll be right back, kids. We'll be right back.
What am I doing?
Yes, sir. Whatever you damn well please, sir. You want to rock it out? You want to take a knee? It's up to you, kid.
How's the main event? How's the main event doing?
You tell me, buddy.
All right, we're gonna take a brief break. We'll be right back.
All right, man. That's your jam. Let's do it. Get on that way, Bobby. Go on that way. Relax, Mike. I promise we're not leaving. Go, guys, go. Start the car. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Louden Swain taking the stage. Or at least one member of the band. One member of the band. One member of Louden Swain is on the stage. Now 2 members, 3 members. Oh my God, all 4 members of Louden Swain have returned to the stage. Their contract dispute is solved. The street drugs have been consumed. Robbie has one less balloon in his beehole. He is pumped to the gills on street drugs. Robot Borja's motherboard has been updated. Billy Moran has tweeted your wife. And Stephen Norton has eaten all the donuts. They're gonna rock a little song for you. An early track from the formative years of Louden Swain, back when Rob had hair out to here, and lapels out to here, and bell bottoms that went swish, swish, swish when he walked. This song is called Prom. Take it, boys.
Jenny said she don't wanna be depressed. She looks so good in a satin dress, and we're playing the prom. Trevor said he don't wanna be mad, but his tux got dirty that he borrowed from his dad, and we're playing the prom. Oh yeah, we're playing the prom. The jocks all cleaned up, we're all impressed. Who's that girl? Why she wearing my dress? Yeah, we're playing the prom. The gymnasium never looked so good. We're the best fucking school in the neighborhood. Yeah, we're playing the prom. Oh yeah, we're playing the prom. Wow! Slow dance with your partner, everybody. just in your seat. It's okay if you don't have a partner, you just slow dance yourself. Awkward prom slow dance. Michael?
Picture yourself on a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope. Ah!
Oh yeah, who tribute? Oh, damn, you cool and crafted guy. You better be drunk, cause we're already high. Yeah, we're playing the prom. We're gonna play all your songs from your favorite groups. Rush, AC/DC, Motley Crue. Yeah, we're playing the prom. Oh yeah, we're playing the prom. Yeah, we're playing the prom. Yeah, we're playing the prom. What? Thank you.
Robbie, there's pretty good energy in this room. Pretty good. You're doing okay.
Okay.
But I need this place to be at a fever pitch, Bobo.
Right, okay.
Get those extra special narcotics out of your corn shoot. Pop one in your mouth. And rock some freaking roll, sir.
All right, let's do this, kids. It's almost time. Show them that you're ready for them. All right. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She loves to laugh. She loves to sing. She loves anything. She loves to move. She loves to groove. She loves loving things. What? All night. Oh, every night. So hold tight. Oh, baby, hold tight. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. I was alone, I never knew what good love could do. Ooh, then we touch, then we say about loving things. All night, oh, every night. So what, so hold tight. Oh, baby, hold tight. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Sing it with me. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Ow! Ow!
about I make this official? Good people of Phoenix, Arizona, and the surrounding counties, Jensen and Jared Phoenix.
How many more times are we going to do that until somebody hurts themselves?
I got about 2 more shows in me, and then I'm...
Yeah, that's it?
Yeah.
What do you mean until? Every single time my legs hurt. I'm like, nah, pull the hammy.
We usually have this thing timed out pretty well. You guys know this. We have it kind of down to a science. Today, these boys have had to basically do a Coachella set. I mean, literally, it was like a scene from They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Rob's like clinging to the mic and crying. Any way they want it. I don't know.
It was like after every song you just came up.
Totally.
No, dude, I came up, literally, Rob, like, just sweating. He's like, thank you. I'm like, Bobby, you're almost there. He's like, Jason. That's right, Rich.
Not Journey. Don't make me do Journey.
No one can do Journey.
They played all 4 of their albums. They just started Fish's box set.
Let's hear it for the band.
And I'm getting off the stage. Phoenix, have at 'em.
Oh, God, he is sweaty.
Poor guy.
What's up, boys?
Fellas, is that a headless R2D2?
Phoenix?
Ice Age? Ice Age? Sorry. My kids love Ice Age.
No, you love Ice Age.
And so do my adult friends, I guess. Hi, Phoenix. How's it going? Anybody in here? Much better now. I can take a hint. Anybody's first time? Welcome. Welcome to our crazy, dysfunctional, and awesomely messed up family.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
I see you got the memo.
I did. The wear black, grow a beard.
That's how we do.
Yeah.
I got the question earlier, why are you wearing black? It's 172 degrees outside. I'm like, exactly, you can't see the sweat.
That was a literal conversation. I called him, I was like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. By the way, because we came in last night from Austin and heading back. Yeah. So not trying to pack heavy. Sort of like, I brought me a black shirt. He starts laughing. I was like, dude. He's like, yep, I brought a black shirt too. I was like, all right, twinsies. And a few people in the photo op were like, wow, y'all coordinate? Sort of like, yeah, we deserve that. Really excited to be here. Really like Phoenix a lot. Used to go through here a lot when I was driving between San Antonio and Los Angeles down I-10 for Gilmore Girls. I would drive back and forth.
You would drive back and forth between Los Angeles and San Antonio when you were shooting Gilmore Girls?
Not daily, but...
You just said a lot.
A lot.
I used to travel back and forth between here a lot when I was shooting Gilmore Girls.
I did.
You didn't live in San Antonio.
I lived between San Antonio and Los Angeles.
Where, in Phoenix?
Phoenix.
That makes more sense.
Keep in mind, when I was dean originally, I had Misha's schedule, so I shot like 1 day a month. So I would like drive to San Antonio, spend a month, hang out with my brother and sister, drive to LA for the day, drive back.
You would drive from San Antonio to LA for the day?
For the day of shooting, I'd stay a week or two, drive back to San Antonio.
Did they not have airplanes?
It's cheaper than
back
flying.
when you were playing the original Dean?
I had... I had a dog, and it was cheaper than flying, and I didn't want to leave my dog behind. Thanks for reminding me.
That's what I do.
Did you say nice dog or nice job?
I heard nice dog.
I think they did say nice
What
dog.
an anchor. Doesn't even let you fly.
Yeah. All right, guys, before we just jibber jabber, we're really happy to be here. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for bringing us out here 2 years in a row now. So that's what I said. Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. What's after? Thank y'all.
Hold me back, hold me back. I'd like to file a complaint. Hi, guys. Did you break another one?
And what do I do with this?
Here, let me see it.
Thanks, Norton.
Testing.
So tell us about learning to count.
Counting's important, but at the end of the day, there are more important things. Because I'm Sam fucking Winchester, so doesn't matter.
He's got a point there. All right, let's take a question, shall we?
Are you talking to me this whole time?
Nope, talking to you. Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. I want to know about Shaw's wife and children. Just like, what's the weirdest
names?
thing they've done?
What's the which?
What's the weirdest thing they've done?
Married us. You know what?
When it relates to what?
Can you repeat that?
What the weirdest thing? The weirdest thing that they've done in life
With y'all.
with us?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this one time, back...
Never mind. I'm just going to go back to my chair now.
I almost said that. I think I was thinking about this earlier, maybe talking about it earlier. You find yourself doing a lot of things as a parent that you haven't done in several decades. Yeah, so these days my 5-year-old is learning to wipe his own bottom, which is really nice. But what that means is that instead of him grabbing us when we're in the living room saying, like, I have to go to the bathroom, we walk with him, now we'll just hear, like, Mommy, do I have more poop? Daddy, Do I have more poop? Poop is a large part of my daily conversations.
Which has nothing to do with his children.
That's right, yeah. Then you add my children into the equation. Yeah, it takes up my week. Yeah, it is what it is. I think, but the weirdest thing that I'm most grateful for is that they married us. Yeah. Thank you.
I think our wives probably deal with being married to us largely in part because they have each other. It's a pretty amazing support system the two of them have built with each other. So it's if you step back and take a look at it, that's pretty weird and pretty abnormal for people who do what we do. And work on a show and work together as long as we have, and not only get along the way we do, but that our spouses have each other in a similar way that we have each other as a support system. And so I think that's, I mean, he's like a brazier. In that he's constantly wired. I don't know. Our wives are weird. Let's just leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep. Hi.
Hi. So, first of all, I just really wanted to say that this is probably the most amazing thing to ever happen to me. So, my question...
Hell yeah. Very cool. Us too.
My question is, with Always Keep Fighting and You Are Not Alone and all of those campaigns that you donate with, how does it make you feel knowing that you've saved so many people and helped so many people, including myself?
I'd like to say, first and foremost, thank you. This is pretty amazing for us too. B, I think with You Are Not Alone or Always Keep Fighting or whatever's happened, I think if I've learned anything from this side of the equation is that we really didn't save anybody. Y'all all saved yourselves knowing that you had us as a family and vice versa. So whenever you or anybody thinks that we've saved you, we didn't. If you're here, you saved you. Because we're not with you at night. We're not with you in the day. We're not with you in your darkest hour necessarily in person to stop you from making a decision that you might not have a chance to regret. So it's you that made the decision to be here, and you and your strength alone. We love you. All these guys and gals love you, and vice versa. But that's you. And so these movements, these messages are more about letting us all know that we are not alone, and that if we make it through to the next day, it might take a day, it might take a week, but we'll find that family, we'll find that friend again, we'll find that message and that support system again to keep going. So keep going.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi. My question is, what advice would you give to someone who's looking to break into acting?
Break out fast. That's a good question. Senor Ackles?
I guess you really got to figure out what, there's a lot of different facets of not just doing what we do, but quote unquote acting. You know, you could, do you want to be an entertainer? Do you want to tell stories? Do you want to be a performer? You know, do you want to be on stage? Do you want to be in front of the camera? Do you want to create your own content? There's a lot of different things and a lot of different avenues you can explore kind of within the realm of acting. So I guess what you have to ask yourself is, what exactly do you want to do? What do you want to get out of it? What inspires you? And find a way to open those doors. There is no magic key. There's no corporate ladder to climb to get there. There's no amount of degrees or education that's going to open up those opportunities for you. It is something that you have to fight for, and that you have to be prepared when opportunity does come knocking.
Amen. And to add to that, I think I found, just in growing up and in achieving some degree of success in the acting industry, is that I consistently find that I am more fulfilled as a person when I aim to, this is going to sound cheesy, and I'll explain it, but when I aim to give rather than receive. So I feel better about finishing a scene and going like, dude, like we killed it. Like that, maybe I'll never watch this scene, but I know I gave 100%. I know that we found some nuances. I know that we enriched the script just as much as the script enriched us. So I try not to, and in this crazy world today where there's instant feedback, there's social media, there's blogs, there's Instagrams and Snapchats, and you hear instantly, and even in our position, we get both sides. We get, you're amazing, or your hair sucks, or so you, so inevitably and invariably, I find myself really excited when I'm fulfilled by acting rather than by the paycheck I receive, or the critique I get, or the article that's written about the premiere or whatever the situation may be. So I would say seek to express through acting, which can be done with your computer on FaceTime or on your phone. Seek to express and find your happiness through the expression of, rather than what somebody else tells you about your acting. And then I think you've made it.
Hi guys. Whoa, so loud.
Hey! So loud. She just peed.
At least I didn't scare everyone.
What'd she say? I didn't catch that.
I think it was like, at least my face doesn't suck, or something like that.
I would never.
Yeah, no, we get it.
So we've seen Dean sell his soul, and we've seen Sam attempt to sell his soul. So my question is, what would you guys sell your soul for?
Nothing.
No?
That is not true, and you know it.
Well, not when you don't have one to sell.
A Klondike bar? I really want to know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
You'd sell your soul for that?
I'm thinking aloud. No.
But how did you just get to there?
I was thinking aloud. Was that my outside voice?
Still is.
So here's, I'm going to call bull HIT, because I think you and I agree on something, because I've seen it. I think for all you parents out there, when you have a genuine fear about the safety of your kids, you would literally do anything. Literally do anything. So I think maybe to put words into his mouth, but I think I know him enough to do this, he wouldn't sell his soul for anything that would give him or grant him anything. He doesn't want money or fame or Oscars or whatever, but I bet if something, God forbid, everybody knock on something, if something were to ever happen to one of our family members, I think there's no, I think, I don't know a line too far to cross, you know, so that's my opinion.
No, I don't think I'd sell it.
All right, thank you guys.
Or a Klondike bar, dude, but like a legit, like.
But like honestly, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 803?
853? Is that true? What if you have a really coarse tongue, like a dog? What if the Klondike bar is like Miss...
Nothing, just eating my Tootsie Pop. What if your tongue was a belt sander? I don't...
Or what if, you ever seen those cartoons where like one of the dogs, his mouth falls onto the ground and he's got like a 4-foot-long tongue? Then it would probably be like 6 or 7 because he'd have a giant tongue.
Can we stop?
These are scientific.
Let's move on.
How are you, brother?
Hi.
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad.
Good.
Hey, this question actually is mostly for my sister Tracy, and it kind of deals with the Souls thing. You guys are from Texas. I don't know if you've noticed there are some fairly conservative parts of that state. Do you ever, considering the content of the show, have you ever gotten any protests or blowback from conservative Christian groups?
You know what's funny is that I think, so he and I, my mind goes back to, we did an episode, it was originally called Angels, I think. It's like Angels, then Touched, then Houses of the Holy. I think it became Houses of the Holy. It was our first ever episode with an angel. And Jensen and I, to say nothing of whatever our beliefs are, either politically...
It was the first biblical reference in the show.
But politically or religiously, I think he and I both were like, we're here to tell a story, not to be one side or the other. So I, sitting here today, not to say anything of my political or religious standing, I don't know if Sam is a Republican or a Democrat or a Christian or an atheist or an agnostic or a Muslim or a Buddhist. I think if you play a role where you're at a steak dinner on a date, but what's your name?
Mike.
But Mike is a vegetarian. If you have a piece of steak, it doesn't mean that Mike is saying like, hey, I eat steak. Mike is telling the story of somebody who's having a steak. So my job is not to, I'm not trying to proselytize or bend somebody, whatever you're feeling on the current media. I'm not trying to bend somebody's feelings towards the right, towards the left, towards the conservative, towards the liberals, Republicans, Democrats, Christians, atheists. I'm just trying to tell a story of this guy, Sam Winchester, that I've become friends with over 12 years, and his struggles, which is nothing, I'm not trying to put Jared in there any more than I have to. I'm trying to do honor to Sam and his beliefs. It doesn't mean I support them. It doesn't mean I want to deny them or contradict them or challenge them. So I've never received any backlash because I think we're telling more a story of loyalty, of sacrifice, of commitment. I think we're telling a story that whether or not Sam and Dean are Christians, the Christian belief system that I'm familiar with from growing up and whatnot believes in the same things: loyalty, sacrifice, the greater good, do unto others, family. So I could argue with any Christian, or I could have vigorous conversations with any Christian about why I could argue this is a very pro-Christianity show. Whether or not Sam and Dean are Christian, they're still fighting for a lot of the same things, trying to do unto others, trying to, well, I think we kind of break the thou shalt not kill every now and again.
For good reason.
But for good reason. And so I think that's one of the things I love about this show is that it inspires really rigorous debate and true thought. Because you can see these guys, and I believe Sam and Dean, they've had their ups and downs, but I believe they're good people. So whether you are a Christian and they are not, or whether they are a Christian and you are not, it's not a religious show, even though we have angels and demons and Lucifer and God, who was just up here a second ago.
Singing Journey.
Yeah. It's more a show about what can we do as flawed human beings to make the world a better place.
And I think that there were stories and characters that may have been, obviously, that were inspired by biblical text and things like that. But it was never, and this was one thing that, going back to that conversation that we had with the writers when they finally did introduce characters that were based in the Bible, was that we didn't want to be a mouthpiece for ideology from some writer's ideology. That's not what we signed up for. We signed up to play these characters in a world that didn't really exist. Now, sure,
what?
Supernatural, there is certainly supernatural out in the world, but I think we can all agree that the amount of supernatural that you see on our show is probably false. So, I know, take a moment. And so that was expressed to us when they said, they're like, listen, this is just, we're just taking this to another level, and that's the other level. We're in no way trying to make a religious statement, a religious show, any kind of twist on religion. It is, that being said, my grandmother, who passed away a few years ago, a incredible woman, but a hugely devout Christian. I mean, like the white courtesy phone next to her bed, straight up to the big man upstairs. And she watched the show, and she in the beginning, she had her concerns about when they started introducing that kind of stuff. And she said, you know what? I know that this is a story, and this isn't real, and this isn't something that's trying to make a statement, or this is entertainment, and it's something you love to do. And I respect that, and I love it, and I'll watch it to the end of my days, which was a few years ago. Also, in that same reference, I will say that my in-laws are practicing Catholics, and their priest is a gigantic Supernatural fan. Like so much so that that my mother-in-law asked me if I could give her a piece of memorabilia from the show to give to him, and then videoed his reaction upon receiving it.
Is that why you?
He turned into like a full fanboy.
Is that why you cut my hair that one time and ran away?
Yeah. So I think we're not trying to make any kind of religious statement or any political statement of what we do.
Any more so than Harry Potter or Star Wars. They're not saying there's no God because Voldemort is Satan, not Satan or Lucifer. Just a story, Mike. You know.
Well, thanks for telling such a great story, and I hope you tell it for a
brother, thanks for watching.
Years.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello, gentlemen. We all know that in the past you've said that way to make it awkward. Okay. You guys have said in the past that the show will go on as long as fans watch it, or if it was to end before that, a good stopping point would be the 300th episode. In light of the fact that you have both added additional offspring to your collection this past year, congratulations.
Now it's a collection. We're now collecting children, Jared.
I know what she's asking, and that's right. We do need a lot more money now, so we have to do like 600 episodes.
Does that change your perspective at all on on how, not money-wise, but does that change your perspective at all on how long you see the show going?
I will say that it certainly plays into the thought process at this point, and not just monetarily. It's more of the time away.
I don't want to be John Winchester.
Exactly.
I mean, we are not absentee fathers, and we see our kids as literally as much as humanly possible. If we're not working, we're with our family. But it absolutely does. Whether you have one kid or 0 kids or 2 kids or 3 kids, when you have another child, or if you're decided to like double up and do 2 at a time or 3, it changes it changes everything. Everything changes. Anybody who tells you otherwise is either lying or doesn't realize it yet, in my opinion, my humble opinion. It does change things. This is a sad topic. I think it's probably as uncomfortable for us as it is for y'all. I love this show. Here's a joke. We were headed to the airport yesterday, and it's not a joke.
This is like a really sad topic. It's very uncomfortable for me. It's uncomfortable. Here's a joke.
What's the difference between marmalade and No, I'm not going to tell the joke. No, here's something funny. Not funny, haha, but funny, quirky. On the way to the airport yesterday, I picked him up, and I had gone to the gas station to fill up my car, and the Powerball was like $1 trillion. And so I bought $20. And in the car, I was like, dude, I'm going to have to announce my retirement this weekend. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I just bought the winning Powerball ticket. So I don't know if it even, whatever. I didn't look. I'm sure I did not win. But he was like.
Somebody in California did.
But he said, like, so what? You're not showing up to work in July? And I was like, of course I am, whether I win or not. Like, I don't want to be remembered for, this is a really cool legacy that y'all
I think the first thing I said was, well, you're going to have to buy me out of my contract.
Yeah, I think it is. But long story short, if I did win the Powerball, which I haven't checked the numbers yet, so don't ruin it if y'all won.
Someone in California won.
Doesn't matter, but the point is that I want to.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
if
matter.
I win.
It's really difficult to think about this show ending. When do y'all want it to end? Never. When my hair reaches my ankles?
You just got us canceled. Thanks a lot.
I think you guys should have kids on the show and raise them to be the next generation of hunters to continue.
We've already been on long enough for shows that started when we started to get canceled and come back.
Exactly.
Get canceled again.
And then get canceled again.
And then turn into a movie. Yes, every kid has changed the topic, but I think he and I still individually have a commitment to these characters in this story. Hopefully, thank you. Yeah. I don't think we'll go past 300. 300?
I mean, look, we didn't think we were going to go past 100. So we're like, I think if we get to 100, that'd be it. I don't know.
666. It'd have to be like our exoskeletons playing Sam and Dean, what would that be, 30 years from now, 20 years? 20 years?
I don't know. I don't count good.
He doesn't, or well.
George?
That was pretty good. Why have you never done that? Whenever I say Orwell, why do you never say George?
Because you never say Orwell.
I'll say it more often.
Not to me.
Well.
I meant to say good. George Orwell?
George Thorogood? Isn't there a George Thorogood also?
Yes.
What does he do? So there's a George Orwell and a George Thorogood.
I'm
Go
pretty
George.
sure there's a lot of Georges out there.
Is there any E. Porgy? Georgie Porgy? Thank you for your question. I'm sorry.
And Jensen, you give the best hugs. Thank you.
This way. Hi.
Hi. My question was, well, this morning you were talking about a few of the fan reactions you saw to the season 12 finale on Twitter.
Do it again. I'm sorry.
This morning you were talking about a few of the fan reactions you saw on Twitter to the season 12 finale. And I was just wondering, like, what was your guys' reaction when you saw that script and if it, like, changed at all after filming it?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Honestly, because I know literally anything is possible in Supernatural. A few of the parts made me sad, but a few of the parts of every single finale make me sad as a fan and as Sam. But I think it's really cool storytelling, and I think 12 years in, you've got to do some really cool, bizarre stuff to keep us all interested in believing that anything is possible. So I really enjoyed it. I was a little sick during the filming of it. I told Jensen that I watched 22 and was like, that was awesome. I was really happy with the performances and my performance. Yeah. No. I watched 23 and thought that I was boring. I was sick, and I mean it. I told him yesterday. I told him yesterday that shut up. I thought I was boring. I was literally sick during a little bit of it, and so I was like, oh man, I must have been distracted or something. But I really loved the script and the finale. It's fun to have Jimbo back.
That was a good reveal on him too. Keeping the hat low and the whole scarf thing, and that was good. Some classic Bob Singer direction there. I thought the season could have ended after 22. That is 2 years in a row where the last two episodes could have very easily been the season finale and the season opener for the next season. But they keep asking us for 23 episodes per season, so we got to deliver. Are we the only 1 hour drama that does 23 episodes? Does Arrow?
Is Arrow still on?
It is, but nobody watches it.
If somebody from Warner Brothers or CW watches this, we're teasing Steven, not Arrow. Steven's a buddy, so we like to tease him.
Who's Steven?
The camera operator.
Oh, you mean the little Ninja Warrior dude? Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. I can't do half of that crap. I'm kidding. Go ML. So I'm anxious to see how they're going to get out of this little pickle that they found themselves in, which is always the story with our hiatus. It's like, this should be interesting to see how they get out of this one. I know that they're busy working on that right now. They have told us nothing yet. As soon as we know, we will not tell you. Yes, he probably will. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I'm so excited. This is
Awesome.
Out of all the seasons that you have done, which one is your favorite?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Was that season 2, bitches?
No. It was. That was
It makes me
instant.
sad because there's been 10 seasons of disappointment with this one.
Season 2, bitches.
Let me ask you this, season 2. Have you seen all 12 seasons?
Yeah, what about 10, 11, and 12?
You know this is supernatural, right? All right.
Fair enough. Get her. Get her. $1,300?
In a freak accident at the Supernatural convention this weekend, a fan was
mobbed by
trampled to death by
Hey, what's yours? I think I have mine.
my favorite season.
Yeah.
I maybe, all right, calm down. This isn't a Jerry Springer show. Let's just, I really like 4 and 9.
I was gonna, it's difficult to pull my memory of filming it completely away from my life. Anyways, I was gonna, my instinct, I've had a lot that have gotten close, but I think you have to go to then like the intangibles. So I was gonna say season 4, bitches. If you like
What
it, then
is
you better
your
put a
favorite
ring on it.
season?
All of them.
Bitches.
Winner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Yes. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. First off, I'd like to say that I love you guys very much. And second off, my question is, what has been your favorite moment on Supernatural so far?
On screen or
Either.
off screen?
Either.
Either? That's really hard. That's like me asking, what's been the best moment of your life for the past 12 years?
Easy, May 2nd.
She's like, the past 12 years? My birth? How old are you?
13.
13.
You killed him. Everything he's been through, and you killed Dean Winchester.
I'm sorry.
I love, y'all might not have seen this, but when he was like, oh yeah, do the 12 years, I'll play the part of her. I'm trying to keep my acting chops refreshed, so I'll play the part of her. What's been your favorite part of all the seasons? Ask me what the last 12 years.
Well, that'd be like me asking you what the favorite part of the last 12 years is. Your birth?
As if.
Really? How old are you?
13. Drop the mic. You know what? I can't say one.
Oh, I was off by 1 year. That would have been amazing.
Stupid. There aren't a lot of, there's not any single moment. Oh, God. Comic-Con was pretty cool. But I'll say there have been a few times, so with our job, it's difficult. We say this often, like as an athlete, if you play basketball or football or baseball or soccer and the game isn't over yet, it's hard to say like, man, I did a great job in the 3rd minute of the 2nd quarter. You're kind of still, you still have a big responsibility. So I don't ever feel like I'm yet rid of the responsibility, which makes it sometimes difficult to just purely appreciate it because I feel like I still have a job to do. But there have been a few moments where either a certain location or a certain scene or something where I almost feel an out-of-body experience, and like we'll be sitting on the filming the last episode of this season, sitting out skipping rocks or something. It was like me, Jensen, Misha, and we're like skipping rocks in this beautiful location, and we're also on the sort of like body high of, hey, we're about to have 3 months off, 2 months. But it was a beautiful, we're sitting out by this lake halfway between Whistler and Vancouver in a like Squamish. They've built this home in a couple of weeks that served as the Kelly Klein Castiel home.
Yeah, that little lake house is not there. That was built from
like 2 or 3 weeks.
Literally from the dirt up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So there are a few times, there are a few times like that where you allow yourself to feel like to toot your own horn a little bit and go like, we're part of something really cool. So the most recent time was that time. Literally, we were there to film. We were night shooting, so we weren't on set until like 4 p.m., shooting until 5 or 6 a.m. But at like 4 p.m., we sat there and we're looking at these beautiful mountainscapes and this beautiful lake and just skipping rocks and like throwing in. It's when we tweeted the picture of the big baseball bat that was made out of logs and Bob Singer was throwing rocks at us. But that was a cool time to kind of go like, all right, we're a part of something that's pretty friggin' cool. So there have been a few of those, but that sticks out recently.
Yeah, we have those, we get those periodically throughout the year. I'm thinking about moments like that we've had. We're about sitting on top of the trailer at the end of season 5. We were out shooting all that, or Lucifer Sam beating up Dean by the car, and that whole sequence. And the sun was going down, and they had this huge, we were waiting for dark because we'd got finished with our daylight exterior stuff. And so we climbed up on the top of our trailers that were parked out in this field with like a couple of lawn chairs and just sat there. And I think we actually borrowed the cooler, the green cooler, and just set it there. May or may not have had a couple of beers, I don't know. Yeah, there's taking the time to have those moments is some of our favorite things to do because we know that this won't last forever. Or maybe it will, I don't know. But just in case it doesn't, we like to take the time and smell the roses every now and again.
Yeah. And 2 more just occurred to me while you were talking. One, when Phil brought us in to the theater to watch the actresses sing Carry On My Wayward Son. We were filming 200th episode, and they've been rehearsing this for a long time, and he brought the cast and crew in to literally sit in the theater and watch their performance of it. And I can't sing it like that. And another one is, was it the 200th party at the Fairmont that they put that the like 4-screen. So there have been a few times, like the 200th episode filming, watching them sing it, and realizing kind of like what it meant, and watching the reenaction of like the Impala and Mary on the Ceiling and Bobby. It was kind of, and Jake, Adam. So that, and then the 200th episode party, and Kripke came back, and there was a big montage. It was like a 4.5-minute montage of Supernatural, but on 4 different screens playing 4 different things. So you kind of saw like 16 minutes of Supernatural within a 4-minute time frame. Yeah, so there are a few times. Yeah.
It's hard to pick one.
Hard.
Thank
you. Thanks a bunch.
All right. Hi.
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 All right. So I was wondering if you were to choose any song, I'm going to emphasize on any song, to use while you're kicking Supernatural ass, what would you choose?
Ooh.
Any song.
Any song?
Any song.
So like I could say like Firework by Katy Perry?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. It's an A+ song. It's very meaningful.
Scooby-Doo theme song. Fireworks, a good one.
Yeah!
What? I just heard, yeah. Back and Black. Oh, man. On the show or like in general?
On the show.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Got it.
You know what? I got to be honest. I think I would, if I had my pick, and I don't know why, I don't think we've ever used this song. But there's certain songs that just kind of get me pumped up. And this has always been one. And it's Rob Zombie, Dracula.
I have never heard of that song.
What's that?
I've never heard that song.
You've never heard that song?
I might have.
Download it right now.
To be honest, I might have, because
and put yourself in a padded room.
Got it.
Because you're going to go berserk.
I'll keep that in mind.
What? Have you heard this? This is not something. It's not something you sing. You leave that to him.
There are some pretty cool songs I grew up with from Metallica that really get you pumped up. Yeah. One, Atlas Rise, Master of Puppets. There are a lot of songs that when I hear it, I just want to punch somebody. I've punched a lot of people listening to those songs. I shouldn't punch anybody. Thanks, man.
All right, yeah, thank
what?
you.
Hey, oh, there we go. Thank you.
It's the last question. It's the last question.
Hey, Robbie.
It's the last question.
You know what time it is?
What's that?
Last question.
That's right. It's the last.
It is the last question, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's the last question.
1, 2, 3.
It's the last question. Oh, it's the last question. It's the very last question.
It's a really little girl.
It's the last question.
The pressure's on her.
Supernatural family, meet
Destiny.
Yeah.
How appropriate. Destiny, where are you from?
El Paso, Texas.
Yes! Go Tejas. Destiny, how old are you? One more time.
12.
12.
When were you born?
April 21st, 2005.
Okay, so she was born after we finished filming the pilot.
But before it ever aired.
High five to that. Thank you for coming to Phoenix. You are our last question, so it is our tradition to bring up the last question to ask. So no pressure. This is all your family. We all love you. Who are you here with today?
My mom, my sister Nicole, and my sister Tati.
Hi, guys. Welcome from El Paso. All right, I'll stop stalling. What would you like to ask?
So if you were surrounded in an island, who would you save, Misha or Mark? You only choose one.
Ah, from the awkward vault.
Who would we save, Misha or Mark? Man, this is difficult. Are we ever going to get off the island?
Yes.
Oh, well, that changes things. If we were never going to get off the island, I would say Mark, because I'd never be bored. He never stops talking. And I feel smart when I'm around Mark. When I'm around Misha, I'm like, he's pretty intelligent. I'll never say this in front of his face. But if we get off the island, then I'd probably say Misha, because he does such good things, and he has a charity, and I hope Mark is listening. Senor Jensen?
Mark, hands down. I would keep Mark. Yeah, I would get rid of Misha. And you know why? Because Mark would keep his clothes on.
Hey, that was the last question. 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 That was the very last question.
That was it.
That was the last question.
We're wrapping it up. Woo! Phoenix, how was it? Was it everything you dreamt it would be? I told you. We got you hooked now. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.
Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. But I made up my mind that I ain't wasting no more time. Just another heart in need of rescue. Waiting on love, sweet charity. And I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days, 'cause I know what it means to walk alone, a lonely street of green. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. But I made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Here I go again.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go backstage.
Thank you, Phoenix! We love you!
There they go again.
There they went. They went that way. Life as we know it is now over. Everything from here is a letdown. Marriage, childbirth, it's meaningless. Now that you've seen them in real life, now you know what true love really is. All right, there's autographs, there's photographs, there's moments, there's tears, there's hugging, there's coddling. Ladies and gentlemen, you're surviving so far, and we're proud of you. We're surprised, and we're proud. Keep it up, Phoenix. We'll see you in a bit.